Should the queen sacrifice now? Yeah, let's do... Oh, I forgot the bishop. No, I forgot about the bishop. Ah, okay, we gotta go back. That's important. The bishop has to be on g5. Okay, so I feel a little bit dumb, but I learned something, and I didn't know that there was an actual term for these types of positions. So if you look at the small board over here, these are called proof games, and it's basically a position that's the end of a game, and you have to figure out how did we arrive at that position. So I was calling them help positions in the previous video just because I didn't know what they were called. So thank you to everyone who pointed that out. And yeah, sorry about that if I caused any confusion. But basically, what I'm going to do today, and I already looked through a couple of these. You guys have emailed me some, so appreciate you sending those to me. But this one is very interesting to me because there are 6 pawns in a row. It's really interesting. It looks like this was the last move. I'm just guesstimating that that has to be the last move. I don't think this could have happened any other way. So there's that. And I'm going to try to figure out how we ended up here. It's supposed to be 20 moves or less. I'm going to guess this one took probably close to 20 moves, if not 20 moves. If you'd like to follow along, you can go to lichess.org/analysis, and you can get an empty board just like this, and you can just move pieces around and try to figure out, obviously, how we got here. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's jump in. All right, now the first thing I'm going to do is actually flip this around so that I'm looking at it from White's perspective. Probably should have done that sooner, but anyway, here we go. So same position, I just flipped it around so we're looking at it from White's point of view, so both boards are lined up. And obviously the trickiest part about this is the pawns. How did they get there? But also I have to think through White's missing some pieces. So we're missing the queen and the rook. So those have to disappear at some point along the way as well. And then, of course, lots of Black's pieces. So the first thing that I want to kind of calculate is how many moves is it going to take just for the pawns? Because this could be 1, 2, 3 moves. And then this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 moves. But of course, I'd have to move the pawns out of the way first, which would add 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I believe there's 15 moves just with the pawns. There's a king move. So that's 16. There's a bishop move. That's 17. And then I guess this would have to have already been here. Probably 18, 19. If I didn't make a mistake, I'm calculating at least 19 just for that, which means there's pretty much only pawns moving, with the exception of the bishop going out, and the king taking here. Okay, that's kind of fascinating because that means, what does that mean? That means Black has to be like moving all their pieces where we can take them with our pawns, so that like this pawn can come over and this pawn can come over, and that's very interesting. So what's probably the first move? I guess like the pawns could actually move forward and then capture, and they would end up there too. And you save some time because you don't have to like do this. You can just, I didn't think about that. Right? Like 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2. That's faster. Same thing here, 1, 2, 3. That could be faster. This could even go like this. And by the way, if you haven't figured this out already, these types of proof games are very difficult. I was looking at some earlier. They were only like 4 moves deep, and they were tricky, like to figure out exactly how they happen, right? So this one being almost 20 moves or 20 moves, it's probably not going to be easy. I mean, I haven't even made a first move yet. I'm still formulating my plan, right? Like, how are we going to approach this? So, okay, let's think through this. There's a random pawn missing over here. That's interesting. That's really interesting to me. Because White, I don't think would have had time to take it. I really don't think that. Or did they? If White didn't take it, the only way it could be gone, if it pushed and captured, or if it pushed like this and captured something, but what was it going to capture? White didn't have that many pieces to give up. So that's kind of weird. I'm confused about that. That's one thing. And wow. Okay. I'm just gonna, let's see. Let's just like make a move. Let's just go with like e4 because this pawn can capture and that's gonna help us. And it also lets out the bishop, which we need to do. And then d4 needs to happen as well. So I want to say that Black's missing the H pawn, but they have a pawn on G6. And this B pawn, how is that B pawn disappearing? That's so fascinating. Was it like B5 and we took it with the bishop and then came back or something? Okay, well, let's see. I don't even know like what to do. I mean, should I just play F5 to get the captures going? Let's just see if we can get a little bit closer to this position. And then, of course, we would want to take that. Now, white needs to... Or, sorry, black needs to give us some targets. Like this could be a target for one of my pawns. What other pieces are used? Let's see, this could be a target. So maybe like E5 is a target. Let's go that. And we'll play D4. So we're going to take this way, get closer that way. And then the C pawn also needs to capture some stuff. So this could be a target for us. So let's maybe do that. And then the last move has to be this. Well, no, not the last move because we got to get the pawn there. So we got to put the bishop there at some point too. Okay. B5. This random pawn is interesting to me. Like, did we sack our queen and that's where the pawn went or something? I don't actually know. All right, well, what do I know? I know that the knight and rook have to come somewhere that they can get captured. So maybe... And actually this pawn has to capture. So maybe this guy comes down here to let this one over. Let's start working on that. Like, oh no, but I have to... let's see, the g-pawn... The g-pawn could capture something later, I guess. This is so difficult. All right, let's just try. Let's just try g5. And then let's start capturing maybe. Yeah, let's do that. We've got another capture ready for us here. Let's go ahead and get this pawn going some more. We'll take this one. We'll push this. We'll take this one. All right, we need another capture ready. So here, here, or here, or here, right? So let's see. Knight can come here pretty easily. Okay, we could take that. We need another capture. Let's go bishop, maybe. We'll take that. We still need another capture. Okay, the B pawn. The rook. The pawn needs to capture here. That'll be later. This bishop can come here. And maybe this rook can come here. I don't know if that's too long. And what are we going to do as white? Maybe we go and take this. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the bishop. I'm on move 9, by the way. So I have 10 more moves. So here's 1, 2, 3. Let's just say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many moves. Okay, I don't know. This is very difficult. Let's just keep going, and I may have to check the solution on this one. So bishop h6, what was the plan going to be for white? We have to move our king over here. Is that a capture? Or is it just we move our king? We also have to get this rook captured somehow? Maybe the rook comes here and over. Maybe that's how this pawn ends up like this. So we'll do that later. Okay, the knights can stay. The bishop can stay. This can stay. This... I don't know what's happening with this. Maybe we can go take that with the queen. Let's do that. I don't know if I have time for this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm having a rough time here. All right, bishop can move here. Now we can take this one. Let's go ahead and get the rook to here, or maybe the queen. That's going to be faster. 2 moves. And yeah, maybe this rook goes here in 2 moves. Maybe that's the idea. Okay, so let's go queen here. Or maybe I should have taken and sacrificed this queen, because something has to take this queen at some point, right? So let's go here. And now maybe the rook can come over. And let's see, we have to get the bishop here. Let's go ahead and do that. Bishop here. Maybe black takes this now. Okay. And they put the rook. Oh, it's white's turn. It's white's turn. Sorry. Let's see. The rook has to come up here. Let's go ahead and do that now. I'm on move 14. So should the queen sacrifice now? Yeah, let's do... Oh, I forgot the bishop. No! I forgot about the bishop. Oh, okay, we gotta go back. That's important. The bishop has to be on g5. All right, let's see. Where did I play f4 at? Right here. Okay, I have an idea. So instead of moving the bishop there, let's move it over here. So we're gonna make a new, this will be the new main line here, okay. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I did because I feel like I was on a good track there. So what did I do? Queen b3. Oh, but instead of queen b3, I'm gonna throw in this move first. Yes, there we go. Let's get rid of queen b3 actually. Okay, bishop g5. Then the bishop comes here. Now we can take because we have our bishop in position. Okay, that's important. Yeah, my kids are like screaming in the background, so sorry if you hear that. But I'm gonna keep going because I don't know what they're doing right now. Anyway, so we took with the pawn. All right, I think we're making progress. What did I do last time? I did queen to d5. Let's just follow that same kind of idea. We'll come over here. We'll go take the pawn. Black did rook f8. We took this. Let's take this. Okay, what do we need to do for white? We need our bishop to be on c4. We need... Let's see. This has to come here. This has to come here. And the king has to move. Okay, so we're close. I don't know if we're going to do it in time, but let's see. So it's black to move. Let's go with... actually, let's do this first. I don't know if it matters, but we'll do that first. We'll capture it. We will play rook f7. We have to bring the rook up here so that it gets captured. Maybe, does the king move over? We move here. Black takes it. I'm like a move off. I'm a move off somehow. Let's see. If we take this... Yeah, how did I manage to do that? So somewhere along the way... Okay, hold on a second. Can I waste a move somehow? Not easily. Let me go back just a couple moves here. How can we do this? How can we do this? Black needed an extra move. Okay. So takes. Bishop here. I just won't move the queen there right away. I'll just like throw in a random move. This will be my new main line. Okay. And now, what was I doing? Bringing the rook down. And now the queen can go there. I'll take it. The rook can go here. I'll go here. Black will take it. I'm still down a move. What am I do? I'm so confused, guys. I thought I wasted a move for black. How am I still... King, let's see. I gotta put the king on F1. Black can move here. Yeah, I have the same problem, right? I feel like I'm super close because if it was my turn, we have it. But it's not my turn. It's black's turn. So what did I do wrong? Really confused. I'm really confused. So did I need to waste another move with black? Just so that I can get my king in position? Is this what I needed to do? And now the queen comes down and I take it. And let's see. The rook comes up. I go here. Takes. Make this the main line so I don't get confused. Okay, we take. There we go. 20 moves. Checkmate. Whew. I think that we did it. That I just had to like waste a couple of moves, which almost makes me wonder if there's a faster way to do it, because that just seemed weird. I was like moving the queen a couple times. Anyway, I think if I'm not mistaken, this is the same position, right? Did I miss anything? King's on F1. Yeah, cool. That was fun. So now what I'm going to do is review my solution. Let me get rid of all these variations so I don't get confused. And yeah, we can delete that. Okay, so this is my solution. Let's just go over it one more time. So we played E4, D4, C4, and we kind of just took all these center pawns. Black pushed this one all the way down. We took the knight, we took the bishop. We played bishop G5, we took it. We had to get the bishop out of the pawn chain first, right? Black did some random stuff with the queen. We sacrificed our queen over there. Yeah, we used the rook to get into position, and then we delivered the checkmate. Okay, let's check the solution now that my subscriber sent. So let me go get that. All right, here we go. Let's see if it compares to my solution at all, or if it was completely different. E4, okay, G5, D4. So these were kind of the same moves, right? I played all three of those and pushed this G pawn. I just did it in a different order. Okay, now the pawns come forward. All right, so that was pretty similar. Ah, brings the bishop out right away. Okay, kind of similar. We did that later, right? That pawn pushes, so that's a little different, but it sort of accomplishes the same thing. King F1 takes queen D7. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm curious about. How does the queen disappear? So black does waste. No, doesn't waste moves with the queen. Oh, he castled. How about that? Now the queen gets captured. Oh, and the bishop's going to come down here. Interesting. Okay. Rook goes there. We take it. We go there. And on move 20. Wow. So kind of similar, but different. I didn't even think about castling. And whatever happened here with the bishop and queen was a little bit different than what I did. But just to compare, yep, exact same position. 20 moves, bishop h6 mate. But we did it in a different way. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty fun. That was a very clever idea, getting all the pawns on the same file. So thank you for sending that in, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I might go find one more because that was a lot of fun. All right, guys, so I found another one that I thought was kind of interesting. Here we go. It's on the small board, so I'm gonna try my hand at this one as well. This one looks more doable just because you can kind of see like what the moves are for the most part. But let's go ahead and think through this a little bit. So basically no pieces were captured. Everything was just swapped. So we have to get our bishops over here. Black has to get their bishops here. Okay, so that should take 2 moves. And that should take 2 moves, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Knights here and here. Well, let's do the pawns first, I guess. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 5, 6. So 6 and 4, 10 moves. And then whatever the knights are to get here. Let's see. I guess 3 would be the fastest, and 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? 16 moves. Should take 16 moves. And the only thing we have to watch out for is that the pieces don't get in their way. So I believe knights would be easy to do at the end. Let's see. Yeah, because nothing's really stopping that from happening, right? That's easy enough. So let's get the bishops out of the way first. So let's think about this. Let's go e4, e5, d4, d5. That should be pretty safe. And then g3, I'm sorry, b3, b6, g3, g6. And then we just have to swap them. So yeah, I can just go like this. And like this should do it. And then we can push these pawns. Okay. And then swap the knights. 1, 2, 3, 3, and then this one over here. There we go. Does that match? I think it does. 16 moves. Cool. Let's check this solution just to make sure, but I think that that's pretty straightforward, but that was fun. I like the idea. Let's check it. 16 moves. Let me bring it over here. Paste this into here. All right, let's see how this person did it. E4, E5, D4, D5. Okay, it's basically what we did. Swap the bishops. And then push the pawns and swap the knights. Cool. Very nice. That was fun. That was fun. Well, I still have more of these to go through. That one wasn't too bad, so maybe I'll find one more. All right, here's another one that looks very interesting. So you'll notice where the rooks are, which is kind of interesting because that's not that easy to do. So let's think through this and see if we can figure this out. So of course, it looks like the knights did this. So that's pretty easy. Obviously, the rooks had to come out this way before these pawns were pushed. So something like a4 and h4 bring the rooks up. And then the next question is, how did they get behind these pawns, right? So it would have had to come over like this. Okay, so let's start with a4, a5. Yeah, h4, h5 should be safe. And then we can bring the rooks up. And of course, black needs to move these pawns. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we can just, either way, I think should be fine, but we'll just go like this. And I guess black's king just kind of did a little dance, right? Is that what happened here? Eventually it ended up on f7. Or maybe even the bishop can move back and forth. Or actually, let me think about this. We could go like this and in. Check. No, but if we go check, the king has to escape. Okay, let's think about this for a second. The problem is that one of the rooks is going to put the king in check. So the king has to have this square available. Okay, so let me back up one move. Maybe we need to come from this side so that f6 can be played. So let me delete that move. I know I'm cheating a little bit. It's trickier than I thought it was actually. So let's go like this. Here. 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 And I guess we can just waste some moves for black because we're going to come down here. Black can just do whatever they want. We're going to come over here. Black can just do whatever they want. We're going to come here. Here. Now they're trapped. Now we have to move the knights. Bishop can keep hopping back and forth. And there we go. And then we just have to push these pawns, right? Cool. So 16 moves. And does that match? Looks pretty good to me. Yeah. All right, cool. 16 moves. That was fun. Let's go ahead and check the solution. All right, so here is the solution. Oh, we can see one thing was different. I guess instead of the bishop, this person did the rook back and forth. But oh, and they did it in 19 moves. And mine was in 16. So I think I won that one if we were competing anyways. Let's see how they did it. interesting. I wouldn't have thought about that. What in the world? What in the... Wow. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good idea. Mine was faster, but that was cooler. I mean, okay. That's why it took 19 moves, because they were doing some fancy stuff there. All right. And then they put, how did they get the rook back? Did they just move it all the way around over here? Yeah. Okay, that's pretty funny. I see now. All right. Well, I found a way to do it in 16, but I definitely like that idea a lot. I did not even consider going behind all the pieces like that. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this video, but I will be doing another one of these. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know if it's not interesting, but I'm having a lot of fun with this, and it's cool to see, you know, the positions that you guys come up with. So by the way, if you want to submit these, email me. I'll put the instructions and the rules down below, but you kind of get the idea, right? Try to keep it under 20 moves. Include the Fen, include the PGN, and yeah. Anyway, see you next time.